I haven't done a live stream before, but I wanted to do it because some people want to know, like, how's the satsang? How does that work? Now, we're not going to be able to give, like, it's not going to be the same as a satsang. We're doing one next Sunday, by the way. So those who feel called to come, then you can see my website link, and then it'll give you all the data. But some people are asking about, like, what do you do? Like, how does it, you know, they want to get a taste. So this can give a taste. That's the point, to give a taste. It's not going to be as intimate because, well, it depends. Maybe I won't get any questions or anything, but I think I probably will. Yeah. Just look, somebody just say something or do something, just so I know, because, you know, I'm not a computer person. So just okay, good. Yeah. All right, good. So it works. So we gotta give time then. All right, good. So we're talking about how self-realization is the main point and purpose in life. Hey, man, good. Ah, good. So the lighting's good. Yeah, it's amazing how that's Brazilian language, I think. Bom dia. It's amazing how I mean, Grace is doing this for me. This whole, I'm not computer literate or technical on any level. I only know how to, you know, to do what I do. So all right, see, so yeah, this is different because there's like so many, yeah, I'm Irish also. My mom reminds me of that. St. Patrick's Day. All right. Okay, so let me just make sure I have my, okay, good. I have an asset in the behind the scenes. He's gonna let me know if there's any issues or anything. But I want him to write me instead of sending me a voicemail. So then I know. All right, nice, good. So this is a lot of people. Yeah, I didn't make the artwork. I don't know who made it, but I don't have those artistic skills. And yeah, so I think this is gonna be a more interactive session, probably, because the videos, you know, you can hear me talk on the subjects here, but this feels more like I should, you know, respond a little bit to what people are saying, as opposed to just being dogmatic, you know. That's why I don't carry a plan. I don't, no, we're gonna come and we're gonna do this. No, I don't know what's gonna happen, you know. Flexibility is a very important spiritual principle. I just missed something though. Oh no, I didn't miss it. Can I go visit you in your country? I don't know which country I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna go to India, I think, at some point. It's just hard living there, you know, but I'd like to go there maybe at some point and set up a retreat. And then, you know, in the future. But this is future for sure. Yeah, nice. Good. I didn't know how this channel was going to do when I first started because I'm super not mainstream by nature. I don't try to like be like, you know, okay, I'm going to be raw. Yeah, because yeah, I don't know because I don't try to do anything, you know. I wanted to these topics that I share on is what I've learned. I've been forced to learn it. I can't take responsibility for that either. I didn't like choose to be spiritual. I had very debilitating, very unsolvable health situations that catapulted me into realizing, you can say, who we are beyond this painful level of creation. That's the blessing of having such people or such situations. You know what I think's wrong? He's telling me I'm not answering people. But look, remember there's a delay. There's a delay from what I talk and when you see it also, you see? So I don't know if that's what he's saying. But because, oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Do you mind me asking what you do for money? Okay, so I see that question right there. All right. My Indian asset's making trouble. It's all right. I can handle it. I desire to be free like you. You seem like you're not tied down to anywhere. All right. So you guys already know if I get questions back to back to back, then I won't be able to. All right, you can slow the chat. Yeah. Maybe next time. 6-minute delay. How do I make money? Man, that's an evolutionary process too. So Mustard, if you want to send that question again, then I can answer it, because I have to answer how do I make money? I mean, why did I have 15, 20 W-2s every year? Because like I wasn't where I fit in. And so I ended up through the health situation, it made me leave the country because I was in an ashram. Some of you guys know the SRF ashram in Escondido. And yeah, welcome from Germany. No, I didn't make the art. I don't have those skills. I can't even draw a stick figure. Like, yeah, those channels aren't open. I went to the SRF ashram because like I was living in LA and it was destroying me. Super sensitive nervous system. That's why I made that channel Transcending Shadows, you see? So we talk about people with sensitive nervous systems. And I think nowadays there's a lot of that because of just the world we live in, the constant bombardment with technology. It just can make anybody insane, you know? So those of you that already kind of know and feel you're insane, this is what I try to say, you're higher level than the robots who are just kind of mechanically going around and they don't feel anything. Because the mind will say, wow, how are they doing it? Because they don't even know. They're not sensitive enough to even feel what's going on. So those of you that do, then you know what I'm talking about. That's why I made the channel Transcending Shadows. So I went to the SRF ashram because I was done. I was just done. I was like, I'm just going to be a monk, like, because what else is there to do? And the health situation wouldn't allow me to do the work there necessary to stay there because you're not paying anything, so you have to do something. I couldn't do that. It's like back-breaking work, man, like picking fruit, it's 100-degree weather, like, yeah, it was messing me up. So then that would cause me to leave the country. So how did I make money? I don't forget the question. I had a couple credit cards with a bunch of money on it, high limit, which then later I claimed bankrupt. You see, and you know what's funny? You claim bankrupt on the credit cards. Within a year, they're sending you credit cards again. I'm like, okay, I guess they, you know, if you don't mind, I don't mind. I mean, it's a good deal. So I maxed out all my credit cards. That took me a while because I was living in other countries, so I was living cheap. I was also teaching yoga. I wrote a book, which I just need somebody to go through it to shape it, you know, a little bit. Yeah, that's the thing, because I kind of took it off the shelf, so to speak, but at some point I'm going to put that back out there. Anyway, so I was selling that at the time, and I was teaching yoga and doing private sessions and what I'm doing now, basically, but it wasn't backed with the wisdom, the living wisdom that is going to come automatically. It's not like somebody special, like, wow, he's so wise. No, you live life, you're going to get wise. There's just no way around it. Not everybody, because some people, if you're stuck in habits and debauchery your whole life, if somehow the consciousness isn't activated in you, well, then, yeah, you'll just be a 67-year-old baby, basically. They can't help it either, though. They're like, they haven't lived enough lives to where that, you know, they still need to experience what it feels like to fulfill their senses and please, you know, please their desires and all that. But some of you guys, girls, know that there's no satisfaction in that. And so therefore consciousness is activated, you know. So then you realize the title of this video, which is Self-Realization is Your Higher Purpose. That shouldn't be, oh, you left it again. All right, let me look through. So why is my true self, oh, I can scroll down. Why is it, see, my connection with my true self and spirituality seems to come in phases. Well, yeah, because there's no way around it. Every time I come to deeper, it lasts longer. Yeah. So this is the problem that I don't feel people talk on it enough, which is you can't do anything about this. I see my semen retention friends are here. I know they they have to come. Yeah, I'm glad because this is core level stuff, man. I'm making a video too on my other channel. It's not like, see, people, the mind misinterprets it. I'm going to come back to your question, but well, I've already answered it. The phases, you can't, what are you going to do? This is an evolutionary thing. There's no way that you can just skip ahead. You can't do it. So it comes in waves. You get some insight and you're like, whoa, I feel this presence. Well, how did you do that? You didn't do it. It just like it's revealed to you. And then it seems to go, oh no, I lost the presence. You get to where you don't mind that anymore. You let it come. You don't trip on when it comes. You don't trip on when it goes. It just, life is kind of running this show. That's a principle that's not embodied a lot. Why? Because we watch these teachers and gurus and all and they don't talk about that. At least I don't really watch anyone anymore. I don't have time. Like this is taking all my time and energy. But I remember, like they don't talk on it. It's almost like they're saying, if you just do this technique, or you just pray, or you just do whatever, then you should be in a state of presence. It's like that message is there. That's how I felt anyway when I would watch people and read books. So you have to accept that, like waves, and then application, playing out what's coming through in the next way. Yeah, that's all you do. Like, what are you gonna do? It's waves. But I started to mention something, yeah, and Beyond the Alchemy, I'm gonna make a video. That channel's about semen retention, but the mind, like, yeah, thank you, Hussein, I think. Yeah, you know me with words. I'm definitely gonna chop suey everybody's name unless it's like, Cat or Mark. Some people misinterpret what semen retention is. They think it's some dogmatic, because the mind only understands black and white and dogma. I can never like ejaculate again, or I can never have sex again. That's not what's happening there. It's about checking yourself, because lust is the deepest, for the most part, unless you're asexual, it's the deepest, you can say, shortcoming one has that keeps the mind busy and doesn't give the space to recognize your presence, basically. So that's why I made that channel. But it's not about like being super strict and being a celibate. Those people, a lot of them are dangerous, and then they end up doing something with altar boys and stuff, you see, because like they're crazy. So it's about finding a balance with it and just recognizing, everything's about awareness. You recognize when your instincts are becoming out of control. That's what you do. And then you recognize, you're like, oh, wait a minute, maybe, see, it's all paradoxical though. You say, maybe it's better, instead of going to a prostitute, maybe it's better to like meet a girl, or if you're a girl, meet a guy, where there's some actual love there to exchange. Maybe that's better, you see? But here's the other side of it. If somebody's going crazy because they're forcing themselves, like no lust, and they don't have a girlfriend, and I've already said it's not good to go lure a girl on, some nice girl, and you imagine, oh, I love you so much, and then after you have sex, you're gone. In that situation, it's better to go pay for it if you have to. You see, everything's paradoxical. There's no rules. There's no like black and white. Like, no, this is always bad. Sometimes you need to kill somebody maybe if they're gonna hurt you or your family. Like we have to have this flexibility to where intuition activates and guides you, you see. There's certain guidelines and things like that. This is what I share, but there's always exceptions. So you have to be intuitive about stuff. In your platonic relationship with women, were you kissing? Yeah, so you see, that's difficult, man. Kissing can be more intimate than sex, actually. And so, okay, the last one. I liked her. And it started to be platonic. She made the first move. I didn't do it. I told her we shouldn't do it. But divine will had its own ideas. And so then, yeah, it started with the kiss. And then we were talking, right? We're like, okay, but no tongue Just a little kiss, just a little, you know? Yeah, right. And then what? Then the kissing gets deeper. And if you're matching energetically, your astral bodies they're already having sex. It just takes a while for the physical bodies to catch up with that. So then we started kissing more and kissing deeper. And then I said, look, this is heading towards sex. Like, you realize that, right? Like, what do you want to do? You want to, like, not do it? She says, I don't think we have any choice. If she wanted to do it, I was going to do it because I liked her. But if she, like, didn't want to do it, or was like kind of like saying, look, maybe, you know, let's try to not do it, then we would have not done it. So anyway, yeah, I don't think it's possible just to kiss. It depends what kind of kiss, though. I had a girl as a friend, and we'd kiss each other on the lips, goodbye or hi or something. She might have was wanting something more, I don't know. But that was okay. That was okay. It depends, like, you have to feel what's going on inside you, you know? If you're not attractive to her, if Cupid didn't shoot you, well, yeah, you can kiss. You can, so I'm extremely lost. I don't have any desire for wealth or material thing, but my parents and family want me to be someone. Yeah, what do? You want to transcend your addictions? Yeah, what should you do? If you sit quiet and you get away from everybody and you just, it's okay, what should I do? You see? How's the life force guiding you? You might need to stay in a hellish situation for a bit. I did, more time than not, before there's some training there. If God has you somewhere, even though the mind will say, oh no, but this can't be good, nothing can happen outside the permissive will of God. There's some kind of training there. So it's the paradox again. You accept your situation. At the same time, you're listening inside. What should I do? Come on, God. Like, it's clear that this doesn't match, but like, I don't have any signs. What do I do? And then you listen and you check and you see, and then you go to some higher vibrational environments, if you can find them, satsangs, or if you can find a good church, it's not too dogmatic, or higher vibrational people. It's the vibration that raises the consciousness. It's not techniques. It's being in the company. Those higher vibrations start to raise your vibrations, and then you get downloads of what you're supposed to do. That's how it works. Look well interested. I think Yash has 4 channels. I do. I had a girl channel. I have a girl, but I hide it because I don't want the edging addicts to go there. I stopped edging now. I feel so full on. It's like yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what to do. I know. Like, that's what would happen. I would get a year of not losing my energy, and then I would do something just to take the edge off, you know? You have to discern that. Is it so strong and overpowering that it's like messing you up? It's like causing you not to be able to function? Or is it something you can kind of just get over and not do? This is an internal, intuitive thing that it's gonna work out like that anyway. You can't do nothing about it. Like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, so the live stream's different than the satsang, for sure. Yeah, it's cool, it's fun, like, but you have to understand, yeah, it's like a lottery, who I see. I don't know Joe Dispenza. I know, somebody asked me that in the chat before, in the comment section. I don't know. Cool, good to see you, Mike Muscle. Got gains like this, though, you know. All right. People who suffer from bipolar are more sensitive to spirituality and spiritual awakening. Yeah, they are. That's the blessing in disguise, of course. Their nervous system's super sensitive. Yeah. Yeah, I believe Joe's probably cool. I mean, because people talked about him. So yeah, Andrew, yeah, I know that you watch the videos with attention because you leave all those timestamps. It's cool. I need some clarity. I'm 18, facing huge turmoil, intensifies. I don't act in accordance to my higher self. Yeah, I know, because I didn't either, though, at 18. What are you going to do? Yeah, you don't want to waste time, but what are you going to do? All you can do is the best you can do. And then you arrange your lifestyle in a way that you're trying to do less debaucherous stuff and more higher vibrational stuff. And then you recognize you're going to fall short. And then you accept that. What are you going to do? You got to be in higher vibrational company or environments as best as you can. And then you do this introspection when the life force wants to do it. And then you listen for these downloads, but be patient. The mind wants to demand a download. Yeah, but I want the answer now. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Thanks, Amir. Gains. Yeah, I know. That's what it's all about. I killed myself trying to get gains, like literally. In LA, yeah, what a mess. Okay. Damn, like, okay. Is the Kriya Yoga help? It depends on if that's your archetype. You see, like the Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda, I started with that when I was 19. I went to every church in the phone book. I'm like, I need to find something, you see? And I liked the SRF temple the best. And so I started getting the lessons. You know, they send you the lessons and stuff. And then everybody, I went to their convention, and everybody, you know, they like to talk about, oh, wow, Kriya Yoga. I remember at the ashram, any answer, any problem somebody had, they'd say, yeah, but do you have Kriya Yoga? When you get Kriya Yoga, everything's going to be okay. Yeah, life doesn't work that way. But yeah, Kriya, the Kriyas, the Bandhas, the Mudras, the Pranayama, all that. Like that is, you're stimulating the life force, which is stuck in certain places, both on physical and astral level, chakras. You're like awakening that and it's starting to flow. But here's the key thing. If that resonates with you, if that's part of your lineage, you can't force it. So if you feel that when you do that, somehow that's matching with your inside, then yeah, you should do it. It's like when I look at Anandamoya Ma, I just like her too much, you know? Yeah. So just thinking about her and saying her name, the life force moves. So this is how you discover what your tailor-made path is in life. That you try a bunch of stuff, you're sensitive enough to feel what resonates, and then you keep doing what resonates. But you're going to have to do some things probably that don't resonate before you can do the things that do resonate. See, evolutionary process. Everyone. Oh yeah, that's interesting. I don't even know where I can't even see the viewer count actually, because I'm on my iPhone. I had to shoot this on my iPhone because my camera on my computer sucks. So that's why. All right, I quit drinking for 6 months, no FAP 30 days. I don't understand nothing about your spiritual channel. Yeah, then you don't watch it now. You watch my other channel, or you watch somebody else's channel. Like, there's no rules. Yeah, you go where you fit in. There's no standard, you know. Oops. All right, the psychic things that arise from a dedicated practice. That's more blockages to find. It's blockages if you identify with it and start thinking, whoa, I'm becoming like psychic now. I got to like start my psychic, you know, page now. Because a lot of times the imagination is what's imagining it's being psychic. It's not true psychic powers, you know. So just be aware. It doesn't have to be, it's up to God what cities or powers you may get. But then just careful that the mind don't identify with that and make it into something and claim like, I got this, whatever this is. Yeah, then, so that's the discernment that you got to do. Yeah, so there are any non-citrus tonics that can be made from those young living oils? Yeah, I get into this more, well, I guess this is kind of private, right? You know, okay, disclaimer, you got to get them from Young Living though. Like, I don't trust any other company. I just don't. doTERRA, okay, no, is number 2. But you know, a good oil is frankincense. It's a great oil. Gary Young, the founder of Young Living, man, he used to, if people knew how many oils he'd take, you see, that's why he didn't want to get in trouble. He didn't want to talk about it. But frankincense is a good oil to use. And see my video on Transcending Shadows if you want how to make tonics. You fill up a mason jar with water at night, you put a drop of oil in, let it sit all night, and then in the morning, that's your food. It's like electrical food. Frankincense, peppermint, don't mix these together. These are separate. You can use frankincense as a tonic, you can use peppermint as a tonic, you can use cinnamon as a tonic, you can use oregano as a tonic, super detoxifying chemistry. Frankincense is calming, it's calming. So it depends on the properties of the oil. But yeah, you don't have to use citrus. Because some people have some, their stomach can't handle it. Do you think broadcasting message playing to the algorithm takes you off the path? You mean like what I'm doing right now? No, it solidifies it even more because you're sharing, there's a saying, you can't keep what you have unless you give it away. But at the same time, you can't you can't use the mind to say, oh, I need to go serve now. Everybody's a lot of people talk prematurely. They're not yet ready to make videos or come out. I did the same thing in my early 20s. I was teaching yoga. So see, I was a dopamine addict. At night, I was living in Bali. I'd get on my motorcycle, my scooter at 2 in the morning, and I'd drive around, and then the ladyboys would chase me. See, I liked it. It was dopamine addiction. Then in the morning, I'd put on my white, with my necklaces, and then I would teach the girls yoga. Namaste, you see. So I know how that works. But then you get to where you get so sick of yourself, you can't live with that. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. There's too much of a split. And so then I just stopped. And then I quit for, I don't know, I didn't do anything like that for 15, 16 years. This time when I started making videos, I was forced to do it. I was forced. I tried to keep postponing. I didn't want to do it. So you want to be like that. Then you know you're ready. All right. Why is alcohol bad spiritually? You have to answer that. Why is alcohol bad spiritually? Don't listen to somebody that tells you it's bad. Jake. Okay. I don't think it affects you, but I've seen it pull people into personalities. Oh yeah, I know. Well, that's what I mean. Everything's a test and a challenge. Yeah, this is a huge challenge, man. Look how many people on YouTube sell out because they're stuck on getting views. They want views. So you can tell. You can tell by their titles. You can tell by their whole demeanor. Just the tendency to get trapped on this level of Maya in creation and vanity is very strong. You have to keep that in check all the time. So of course it's going to bring people down. Yeah, you just go on YouTube and see. If you're sensitive, you can tell. Do you remember a synchronicity that was so profound and stayed with you? I'd have to think, but the first thing that came to my mind when you said that was the spiritual experience I had at 12 and a half. Obviously, it must be profound. That's the first thing I thought of. But synchronicities, I don't pay a lot of attention to it, so it doesn't get tattooed to my memory. You get to where you kind of expect it. Yeah, because this is how the rhythm works, you just everything's synchronistic, actually. Just do we have the perception to see it? Yoga has an age limit after its meditation or Dharma talks. Yeah, I didn't quite get that, but the first thing I thought about that, yoga has an age limit. Yeah, I can tell you this, yoga can mess a lot of people up too. It did me. If you already have a messed up spine or something and you're doing headstands and shoulder stands, yeah, in the name of trying to awaken, you can really screw your body up. That happened to me. How often do you see angel numbers? I always see 1111, but I forget now. I don't hold that in such high regard. Neither about numerology. Yeah, I can't really get into that stuff because psychedelics are cool if you're tuned to it, if that's your archetype. Only if that's drawn to you. For me, it was. How do you know? Go do it and see. When I first did San Pedro Cactus, I remember the girl come to check on me. She was like the manager. She said, "How are you feeling?" I said, "I'm feeling like everybody in the world should feel." That was how I felt. So it was for me, for sure. But see, I overdid it. I did too much. I did it. It was so damn good. I kept doing it. That's cool because now I see the other side too. There's no loopholes to spirituality or awakening. And medicine can be poison and poison can be medicine. Yeah, I learned that very deeply. No, I don't think about being chosen. I think we're all chosen. It's just when we're going to become aware that we're all chosen. All right. Yeah, I always liked, I don't like philosophy, but I did like Carl Jung. I'm kind of hyped for when the time's right. Yeah, check the mushrooms, man. Careful though. Out of all the medicines, the mushrooms, they're like, I don't know, the spirit's really playful by nature. It kind of doesn't even care if it gives you a bad trip, so to speak, because it's almost like the mushrooms are so high level that they know that they don't even consider this life. It's nothing. It's like a blink of an eye. That's my interpretation of the mushrooms. They like. I feel like San Pedro cactus and ayahuasca has a more built-in kind of safety mechanism. But if it's your first time, I always recommend people doing it in some group, somebody facilitating it, some shaman, something, in case you get in trouble. What's DXM? Or do you mean DT? Or I don't know DXM. LSD synthetic though. Yeah, shrooms for sure is jokers. I prefer something like shrooms between that and LSD. I've never done LSD. I've never done any drugs except natural chemistry, and I didn't start doing that until I was 37 or something. That's why I never had a bad trip. I'd already done so much fasting and so much work on myself. Every time I did the medicine, it was just like, wow, this is awesome. That's why I kept doing it, because it was just fun, you know, it was fun. Do you feel there's a benefit to occasional release? Yeah, it keeps you from going crazy for some people. Do you think it's a rationalization? This is what you have to come to see. This is what I battled with too. I'm like, okay, am I wanting to go look at something on the internet or go outside to the beach and try to get girls to see the gains? Like, am I doing that because it's honestly like, I just need to do it because I'm going crazy? Or is it a justification? I don't really have to do it. I can just not follow that urge. This is a process you have to check, because sometimes these urges are so strong, man. Like, what are you gonna do, you know? Don't do DXM. Okay, good. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I never heard of DXM. I really like your necklaces, thanks. I just like the vibration of it when I see them. Yeah, I don't really know the stones or the properties. I just, urine therapy, you can try it. I did in the past. It made me acidic after a while. I like my tonics better any day than urine therapy. It's like the kidneys are filtering out a lot of things. It's not like they just filter out 100% good chemistry. They're filtering out other things too. So it's like especially in the morning. So, you know, that's why we should have our own experience. You have your own experience, and then you'll know these things, you know. So I'm not really for it or against it. I'm not really for or against anything, actually. Desire for grass left me with no effort. Yeah, good. Yeah, when you effortlessly release something, then it's organic. It's not a renunciation type thing. No, I shouldn't do this. That's why I never worked, I couldn't do the ascetic path, like Swami Shivananda and those things. That's cool if it works for them, although I've never seen anyone really, it's like their philosophy is, I'm gonna starve my senses and burn these desires out, and then I'm gonna hit samadhi if I just don't do it long enough. That just wasn't my way. Yeah, these people can become insane. I'm not saying it can't work, but it didn't work for me. Man, avoiding poison girls ain't easy. Yeah, those are my type. I like the raw, dark, you know, girls. Usually they had issues because that's what gives them the rawness, you see? So, but after, you know, and they're super, you know, they were fun. Yeah, it was super fun. But then duality, I saw the negative, like I experienced the hell part of it. I'm like, no, this is dangerous, man. So now I enjoy them, but I'm definitely not going to get into any intimate relationship. Like, yeah, everything teaches lessons for sure. Sexual area, I notice once they back, badly spasms my nervous system. Yeah, you just keep seeing that. You just keep seeing that. You're like, whoa, orgasm is actually a spasm. Yeah, it's a little different if you're with the girl, like I said, and there's some exchange of energy. It like buffers it. But if you're doing it alone or in front of a screen, yeah, it's a more detrimental effect. Yeah, I like the Latina women for sure. They're spicy, you know. No, but I like, not like I don't like white women, but I'm just responding to the comment. Why God made this level of creation. Yeah, you have to answer that, you'll see. We can't enjoy the bliss without the suffering. There'll be no perspective. Then the question will be, well, yeah, but why does suffering have to be so deep and long? Yeah. Well, it makes the bliss deeper and longer. That's what happens. Yash thoughts if women should do retention as well. You should preserve your sexual energy. That's all I'm saying. You be aware of whatever your thing is. Masturbating, looking at porn, going outside to get attention and hits from the guy. You just be aware of your behavior. And then when you do it, you pay attention. Like, okay, did this like uplift me? Is this good? If you're having sex once a week, pay attention to the difference between that compared to once a day. Just see. If you don't feel any different, then keep doing it. Like, we need to know inside why we're doing something. If you're looking at porn and masturbating, pay attention. What is that like? Do I like it? Well, you're going to think you like it in the meantime. I mean, when you're doing it. But pay attention afterwards. Like, did you feel like it kind of makes you weaker and just kind of, you have to pay attention to these things. But everybody will preserve their energy. We can't be unconscious. It's coded in evolution. We become more conscious. As we become more conscious, we see the effect of all these things and that they have on our consciousness. If we're indulging, if we're losing energy, obviously the mind's going to be more dull. One may not know that, though, because they don't know different states of consciousness. But if you do, you'll recognize, whoa, when I do this, I just feel, I don't like it, because you're becoming more sensitive. So, but that's why this is an individual journey. Why does my ego want absolutely nothing to do with my center? Yeah, because that's its job. Like, God made it like that. Difference between mystical experience and enlightenment. Yeah, you see, I've said in a lot of videos, like, you have to define what enlightenment is for you. Like, what is it? Is your mind holding on to some concept of what enlightenment looks like? This is first thing. You have to identify what that is. At some point, you'll realize that there's no definition for it. It just means becoming more and more conscious. But it's infinite levels of consciousness. So at what level do you get the enlightenment stamp? You see? Mystical experiences, yeah, that means you're becoming more conscious. I mean, the two kind of go together. You know, somebody who's, well, even this isn't true. I was going to say somebody who's beaten off and doing drugs all day, they're probably not going to have a mystical experience. But they could, though. Grace can work that way. That may help them not do it anymore. We don't know how this stuff works. Hi, Gaetian. You're welcome, Chano. Do you spiritually align with agnosticism? Aren't those the ones that are into fasting and raw foods? I like, if they are, I like that. No tree can grow to heaven unless its roots. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's another way of saying it. Yeah, there can be no experience of heaven if you don't know what hell is. How are you going to know what heaven is? If we were 100% in heaven all the time, you don't call it heaven. What are you going to, like, you don't know, how you know you're in heaven? There's a lot of semen retention, people. How can I don't let others' opinions limit my pure intentions? You be aware of when their opinion is affecting what you know to be is true. You be aware of that in that moment, and then you have an opportunity to not do it or do it. You might not be able to help it, though. You might still do it. You might still let their opinion affect you, and then you'll be like, when you do an introspection, like, why did I do that again? I keep doing it. I've done it 100 times. You see? But you're building spiritual muscle. You just keep being aware as best as you can. Hey, Elias. Thanks. Non-duality journey. Chocolate isn't the best for some. Yeah, I know. Chocolate. I don't really like sweets. I never did. I like savory. JJ Recon. Hey man, I saw in the message you said you're coming. Yeah, that's what it is. What you said. Let's see. Whoa, we're at 40 minutes already. Well, yeah. This is much more. Full on than the satsang. Satsang a little more relaxed, we can focus. But this is like, yeah, talk about dopamine addiction. What's the story when you saw Yogananda in a vision? That's a rare gift from grace. I came out of my ashram, going to the scheduled meditation, and he's just up in the sky. I just saw him. But I didn't even know it was a vision. It somehow made sense. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm at his ashram. Yeah, okay. He's supposed to be there, It wasn't until a couple months after, I'm like, wait, no, that was a vision, actually. Yeah, thank you, TY. So I think all these comments, will they still be up? Yeah, this is a learning experience. I think they'll still be up when no, they won't. I don't know, we'll find out. Religion gives lessons on perspective. Yeah, it's all okay. It's all good. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Yash. Live chat will be up. Oh, it will? Okay. What are your thoughts on the Kabbalion? What, the bad people? The elite? They want to take us over? Is that what you're talking about? And God created them. And that's part of the whole gut-wrenching show we're in. But you stay tuned. You stay tuned and don't worry about it. Let the characters play their show. Can you talk about monitoring spirits? I'm not sure what that is. Live. Oh wait, you can replay the live chat when you replay the live video. Okay, good. Yeah, that's true. That's right. I remember when I saw a live. Okay, good. So then everybody can see that stuff. Yeah, okay, I'm getting like, I don't know, it's too like, somebody seemed Spanish there. They said ja, that's Spanish. Stay as the scene or dabble in mind streams. Yeah, this is the choice that somehow the consciousness is continuously making, But sometimes we fall into mind streams. So then that gives us the opportunity to see how it feels like when we don't fall in the mind stream. You see how we need both? We need the positive and negative. All right, I think I'm gonna rest. Yeah, I like Yogananda. Oh, there's Swati. I was wondering. I was asking my Indian friend if we were gonna see you. I think my Indian friend likes you. I'm messing with it now. All right. Have you been to higher dimensions? Yeah. God does not have a crisis in place. Yeah, exactly, Randall. That's what I'm saying. See? But you get into this like, oh yeah, one more. But no, it's infinite. It'll keep going. Thanks, man. All right, good. You guys are helping me. All right, yeah. All right, listen. Oh, there's Rashi. Yeah, cool. Listen, if you guys want to come to the satsang next Sunday, thank you. You can see the website link, and then we can go astral projection explain next time. All right, I'll see you guys. Good to see you. That was fun.